let's just get this out of the way. Deadpool and Wolverine is the biggest Marvel hit of 2024.
Good.
Yeah.
And it's all thanks to Ryan Reynolds, Sean Levy, and the team that stood their ground against Disney's corporate suits. They made it clear. Either let them make the movie their way, or don't make it at all. And guess what?
Makes
It
sense
worked.
to me.
But not
The movie
everyone
was
is
fire.
thrilled.
It's
She-Hulk
phenomenal.
actress Tatiana Maslany seems to have some serious beef with Reynolds' approach. Honestly, it feels like sour grapes, because while Deadpool and Wolverine raked in a whopping $1.3 billion and
God
counting,
damn.
Let's go.
Maslany's She-Hulk was an embarrassing disaster that hit hard.
Yeah, because it sucks.
Let's get into
It's
it.
garbage.
We already know Marvel's been a dumpster fire lately, with hit or miss projects coming out of the once great studio. But Deadpool and Wolverine, absolute banger. And of course, Ryan Reynolds is over the moon about it.
Yo, once great is wild disrespectful. Yeah, the once great studio. They made bangers back in the day. They started making modern movies. Dog shit.
Flop.
Throw it in the garbage.
Even though there was
Fish out of
plenty of
water.
backstage drama with Disney's CEO Bob Iger. But here's where it gets interesting. Maslany has been openly critical of the movie's success. Why? Because it's too violent, it has
What?
too much cursing, and worst of all, in her opinion, it didn't include enough powerful female characters. Cry me a river.
Brother, see,
You
What-
kidding?
that's gotta, first of all, that's literally not true in terms of them not having a strong female character. Old bald head in there.
Professor Charles. sister.
Xavier's fucking sister, old bald head in there, was tearing people's inside, turning people inside out, by thinking about it, turning you into mush. She's literally the strongest character in the whole show.
They actually couldn't even kill her.
No,
they
they
had
couldn't.
to trick her basically.
They had to trick her, and then she had to still let them escape.
Right.
Like, stop playing with me, bro. Like, she
She's the
folded
strongest.
over Doctor Strange and wore his body like a fucking suit. Wore his skin like a suit. And you're telling me that that's not a strong female character? How much stronger does she need to be? That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Like, y'all are insane.
And I don't understand how somebody who wanted to do this project and solely wanted their idea to stick to the project the way that they wanted it themselves.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
Right.
You did it the way you wanted to, and it resulted in a flop. Meaning the people made a choice, and the
Right.
choice what you didn't make the cut. I'm sorry for
Right.
you. So you're mad at the people rather than the men. Like, stop it. Like, let's be for real.
They're mad at everyone for not accepting their fake little version of what they think Marvel should be.
Right.
It should be some kid-friendly, woke piece of fucking garbage. That's what you think it should be. And so when people don't accept that, you get offended. But it's like, it was never like that. Too violent? Comic books have always been violent. What are you talking about? People get killed, dismembered. This shit been happening forever. That's the source material. You don't understand that? The shit that these fucking movies are based on includes a lot of violence.
All the comic books had violence.
Are you kidding me? That's like, we see, and worse, it's not like they made a character violent who isn't violent. Deadpool is violent. That's literally his thing.
And vulgar.
Violent and vulgar. That's literally his thing.
Yeah.
And it's even more so because you can't really kill him. So make that make sense to me, bruh. You just saying shit? Is that what you're doing? You just mad? I don't get it.
Maslany, who clearly doesn't understand Deadpool at all,
Doesn't
went
understand
on a
anything.
tirade recently. She claimed the movie ignored powerful female roles and whined that it focused too much on entertaining fans with pure entertainment, as if that's a bad thing. She even complained that Reynolds didn't tone down the violence and profanity, because Deadpool, a character known for his crude language and violent antics, should apparently be aimed at kids. Yeah, okay. Look, if you're going to complain about violence and F-bombs in a Deadpool movie, you clearly don't know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Deadpool and Wolverine are iconic because they stick to the comics. And guess what? The fans love that.
Yes.
But Maslany isn't done. She doubles down, saying the movie was just a missed opportunity to showcase strong female characters like She-Hulk or Lady Deadpool.
That's not what these movies are for.
Right.
See, that's your problem. You think the movie's purpose is to showcase some fucking ideal that you have. That's not, and that you want to force everyone to agree with. And when they comprehend the thing you're trying to push and they don't agree with it, then you get upset with them. But yet what
Like,
you're
it's
doing...
their fault.
Right. But what you're doing is bastardizing the original source material, turning it into something you think is positive, and when other people don't agree, whether or not they agree with the internal message, they agree with you fucking up the original source material. That's the problem. Great. Yes, we want strong female characters, but that doesn't mean that you want to take apart shit that already exists and turn it into some fucking nonsense.
Right.
And there's a first example of that. Watching the She-Hulk TV show, you motherfuckers are yapping like there's any situation where the She-Hulk is stronger than the Hulk. That's not real. I don't want to hear that.
If you want representation, stick to your classic other movies. Don't come into the comic book section in this category trying to alternate everything that you think should fit to your imagination. Like, it doesn't work that way. The reason why people make comic books is to have a break from reality, something to escape to, something that's not real, but yet you can connect with it for some reason.
Because even when comic books and comic stories like Magneto and Charles being Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, copies of real life to a degree. But rarely would you see the message that you're trying to push override the actual thing itself.
Literally.
Because then you turn it into, then it's just
waterboarding.
It's just a drama and you're waterboarding me with politics instead of having the thing and then cleverly inserting political commentary in there. That's different.
We came here to be entertained. Give us the entertainment. They gave us that.
That's the main purpose of it. And there's a way to, just like Stan Lee did, to insert salient political commentary inside of a comic book or comic book story without turning it into a political fucking situation.
Right.
That's not what it's about.
Right.
And to think then further for her to say that the movie was bad because he included the violence and the action. It's like, that's the whole thing.
Right.
If you take away the violence and the action, what do you have? A fucking drama? You can have a drama with niggas with superpowers who never use their superpowers?
I'm sorry, I didn't want to watch She-Hulk at a desk.
Right, like, stop this madness, bro. Y'all are retarded.
Like, you have powers, use them.
Bruh, when I heard She-Hulk say that she's better at managing her anger than the Hulk because she's lived her whole life as a woman, I wanted to throw the TV out the window. What are you talking? What the fuck is that? And you think that should pass for a normal Marvel movie? Bro, this shit'll be in the toilet by next year. Stop it.
She somehow ignored the fact that Cassandra Nova was a major female presence in the film. But of course, that's not enough for her. Let's call it what it is, Tatiana's bitter.
Yep.
She was dropped from multiple Marvel projects after She-Hulk flopped. And now she's going after Ryan Reynolds for having the audacity to make a successful movie. Being show-bombed. But instead of facing that, she's dragging Reynolds for staying true to the characters fans actually care about. She even went on to say that Marvel's future depends on female characters like She-Hulk, Ms. Marvel, Captain Marvel, and Ironheart, all of whom, by the way, have been about as interesting as watching paint dry. Newsflash, Tatiana, Deadpool, and Wolverine isn't supposed to be a platform for every character under the sun.
Right.
It's called Deadpool and Wolverine. Not everyone gets a cameo. And let's talk about her problem with the film's R-rated content. Maslany criticized the movie for appealing to an older audience with its violence and cursing, as if that's not exactly what people want from these characters.
Yo, this is the problem when you get people into shit like this who have no understanding of it. And she just... The older audience? When do you think these characters were created, lady?
Right.
When do you think they made these characters? Any kids that are fans of these is because their parents showed them this shit. Because that's when it came out, bro. You kidding me? These characters predate me, and I'm in my mid-30s. What are you talking about?
Like World War what?
No, after World War II, probably.
Right.
You seen it like I think Superman is from the late 40s or some shit like that.
Right.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And X-Men, I think, is from the 70s or the late 60s, something like that. Or something like that. Like, I can't confirm. Certainly, they are from well before, like, the 1980s.
Right.
Like, well before that. So, the older audience? If you're born in 1980, what are you, almost 50? Come on, bro. Stop this madness. 44, excuse me. Like, come on.
It's laughable that she doesn't understand this. Then, she wraps up by saying we need more bright creators who can write great female stories that inspire future generations. Okay, but But maybe Marvel could start by focusing on writing good stories, period. It's not like Reynold shoved female characters into the background because he's some sort of misogynist. It's because Deadpool and Wolverine is about, shockingly, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Honestly, Tatiana's rant feels more like someone who's bitter about losing their spot in the MCU than someone genuinely concerned about the state of female representation in superhero films. She even had problems with Bob Iger during the strikes, which makes it pretty clear she's got some personal beef with how things are being run. And now that she's been sidelined from major Marvel projects, she's scrambling to stay relevant by throwing shade at Reynolds. Let's just...
Nasty work. I won't let you niggas ruin my childhood shit. I won't let you do it.
Thank you, Ryan Reynolds, for saving the day. He's like, no, we're going to do it the way it should be.
The right way, right.
He saved it.
Too much
He
cursing.
saved Marvel, actually. Y'all should be praising him.
Right?
Because he gave y'all $1.3 billion. Y'all should be praising him. Shut up, little girl.
Right. Shut your little monkey ass up. What are you talking about? There's too much cursing. Get the fuck out of here.
They see money. That's it.
Right. It's like...
You didn't bring any, so stop it. The people said no. Get her out of here.
Right. You're never going to waterboard me with your fucking bullshit, right? Again, you can't just make the strong woman character the face just because she exists and she's a woman and that she needs to be in every... That doesn't... You realize that doesn't work, right?
Right.
If the movie's main character is a woman, then she's a woman. And that's how we're going to go with this. If she's not... Then she's not. They made the strongest antagonist in the show a woman. I don't know what else you want.
Like,
I don't get it.
All stories shouldn't be about women. Because it's not just women that run this world.
It's
men are in this world too. So but, they all got a story. Like,
I don't get
okay.
it. It's literally the thing she's saying they didn't do. They did.
Right.
They did. Are you kidding me? Cassandra Nova would have taken apart both Deadpool and Wolverine with a thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's too much. That's too little for you.
Did she even see the movie?
I don't think so. Nasty work. Let us know. Let us know in the comments if you think that Marvel would do better with more strong female protagonists and less cursing and violence. Let me know.